By the way, Insta360 GO Ultra. I know it looks weird, but I mean, come on, seriously? Smallest camera ever. So in this video, I'll be testing out Gerald Undone's LUT pack. Now I have a Sony camera, so I bought Gerald's LUTs and I want to see how good they actually are. And full disclosure, I do not know Gerald Undone. I think he has a wonderful channel. I follow him a lot, respect the guy, but I don't know him. So I'm not doing like a favor for him with this video test. I'm actually genuinely curious to see how good the LUTs are. So in order to use the LUTs from Gerald the right way, we have to do two things. First of all, we have to make sure that the exposure of our camera is right. And right here now, I'm way underexposed just to have some detail in the background. But Gerald Undone's LUTs for the Sony camera need to be exposed to neutral gray being at 44. So I set my zebras to 44 and I make sure that my color checker passport, that this middle gray line shows 44%. So just the zebras. And I have them set to +/-1, so really accurate 44. But for the most part, you can just make sure that most of the scene shows the zebras. This way you will have the, well, probably the most in the ballpark exposure. That's my suggestion. Now on Gerald's website you will find a LUT pack for pretty much every camera, well, most consumer cameras, so like Sony, Nikon, Canon, and within the pack you have LUTs for each individual camera, because it's really important to have the LUT match your specific camera type, because not all, for instance, S-Log3 shooting Sony cameras will give you the same colors. So you can find LUTs for the Sony A7IV, which I'm using right now, the new A7V and this AR5, whatever, like pretty much every Sony camera, as well as every consumer grade Canon camera and Nikons and others. So make sure that you get the right LUT for the right camera. We are in Davinci Resolve. I have a few clips already on my timeline, which I've recorded during the past few days. Some of them are nature shots, some of them are shots of Alex, and then we have a foggy scene with me in the fog and a foggy scene again. So very, I would say, different lighting scenarios, with also like a full-on nighttime scene with artificial lighting, and a few more clips that you've been seeing out through this video. So let's apply the LUT, and the idea is to just apply that one single LUT on the footage and it's going to look okay. And before I start using the LUTs, I actually have to import them into Davinci Resolve. If you don't know how this is done, I'm going to show you very quickly. So you download the LUT pack, you unzip it, and then you need to copy it here under LUTs. Right click, reveal in Finder if you're using a Mac, or reveal in Explorer if you're using Windows. And this will open up your folder where all the LUTs are. So these are all the LUTs that Davinci Resolve has, and I've just brought this LUT pack of Gerald Undone over here, and inside there are folders for each individual camera. I'll be using the A7IV. There's two sets of two LUTs, the LC or the low contrast versions, and without the LC or the V4 is the kind of the final LUT. You just apply this and it should be okay. And you can see there's one for monitoring if you want to put this on your monitor or on your camera. So we use these two in Davinci Resolve and these two in on our cameras or on our monitors. So I've already done this. Now once you copy that folder into that LUTs folder, you then need to go here and press refresh. So this will refresh it and the folder of Gerald will appear right over here. So A7IV, what I want to do is I just want to have this LUT put on my node, bam, and straight away, wow, this looks okay. I think I got the exposure right. I was making sure that the mid gray is 44 on the zebras, and well, the white balance is, I think, also right, because I was eyeballing the white balance. I think this is 5500 Kelvin. It actually looks okay. Now there is one more node that I will do, so Shift or Option S. And I want to add some sharpening, because LUTs don't give you sharpening and any other effects. It's just for the color and the contrast. So let's just apply a bit of sharpening over here. And now what I'll do, I'll just select all the clips here and right click on the first one and apply the same grade on all of them. So this could be interesting to see. So this is now the first clip, which kind of looks okay. Second clip, also straight out of the camera. I know, nice contrast. Oh, this one looks okay. This one is really, I mean, yeah. Again, also, this to me just looks good. I mean, I I actually wouldn't want to do anything to this clip. Also, the night scene, I mean, come on, this looks really okay. Now, the one with me standing here like an idiot, I think the colors are nice. I think the skin tones are okay. I was manually white balancing and I made sure that the gray, you know, the middle gray is 44 on my zebras. And yeah, this is just good straight out of the camera, really. Very good up until this far. This one was exposed too bright. I know that I exposed this one too bright, so I would have to tweak it. So let's tweak it. Let's see what you have to do if you mess up the exposure. So this is the clip that we're working with. So what I would do is I would go with Shift S and make a node before, and then I would adjust my offset, just basically my exposure. Now, because I'm shooting with S-Log3, S-Gamma 3 Cine, there's a lot of dynamic range that my camera captures. We go into log and just make sure that my highlights are not too bright like this. Play a bit with the midtones, make my shadows darker. So yeah, this is all that I would have to do in order to just correct it before if you mess up, you know, the white balance or the exposure. Of course, the white balance would also be adjusted here. So maybe make it slightly bit warmer. I don't know, something like this. Now this looks good, pretty much with no color grading, and it's quite amazing. Let's go to the final one. This is me. It's a very short clip. You saw me right here. So this one was really hard when it comes to exposure because the background is really bright. So if I turn everything off, now this is how it was shot. So here I would definitely have to make another clip before and just tone down the highlights now to get more in, bring up the midtones and maybe the shadows a little bit down, and then just offset everything up. I don't know, something like this, just to make sure that I get the whole dynamic range. And of course my color was also quite off. I'm going to have to make sure that my skin tones are right somewhere here. I think this is okay. Okay, so I did this before, so you can see this is just with the LUT, and this is then with a little bit of tweaking. So you definitely can tweak it before if you mess up on the spot. But the reason this shot was so off is because, well, I didn't do a good job on the spot. And especially if you have really contrasty scenes, then, you know, you're going to have to tweak something afterwards, regardless of what LUT you're using, because the LUT just makes the S-Log3 or any log footage that you have from any camera, transform that into a Rec 709 look. So yeah, this is how things are done in Davinci Resolve. Back to you, Miro, in the field. So thanks, Gerald, for making these LUTs. I do recommend them because they do give you, I would say, the most accurate colors for your camera. And if you want to learn more about this camera, the Insta360 GO Ultra, which doesn't need LUTs, then watch this video next. Thank you, and I'll see you in this one. Bye-bye.